One of the biggest runners is MGOL. Wow, this was insane. We went from a low of 10 cents all the way up into 75-cent region here. We blasted out of all these resistances, and it's just going up here. So from 10 cents to here, you're up a solid 600% if you got the very lows. We did trade this. I did trade this one. I waited for a lower band touch with time distance and did I expect it to go with this high? Absolutely not. You can watch my other videos. I was saying, EMA 10 and 20, but coming close to this upper band here is actually insane. I don't think much people could predict this, but we are coming up into some resistance at this EMA 50, which actually has some good room up to it. If we do decide to hit this, you're looking at another solid 25%. So, how do I look for these kind of trades? How do I look for buying the fear, buying the dip? And a lot of people were really struggling on this. A lot of people got in too early, probably sold for a massive loss, probably sold for a minor gain, or just holding it out and actually made good returns. If you got it way up in here in this 50 cents and you let it all the way down to 10 cents, that's just really bad risk management because not all of the stocks will do this. You might be like, well, yeah, I knew that was going to do that. You're going to get burned one of these times if you do that and you have no risk management because I've seen plenty of stocks hit this 5 or this 10 and shoot right back down because these are actually resistance because when price comes to these areas, you can see when you're in a downtrend, a lot of people probably got it way over here, hit this, we got this lower band touch, this lower counter, this green band. We were time distance away from the 5. We went right up to the 5. We made a massive move of 123%. And if you didn't sell on these areas, it just kept going down and down and down. So this is MGOL. I know they had the merger thing and all that, which is what's causing all this hype. And they could do massive moves like this, which is what they've been known to do something like this. So from this area to here, you're looking at a freaking 600, 700 pump, and that's really what we got over here. We're all from the lows, we got a nice solid 600% bounce. So you look at the small time frame, you can see on a smaller time frame, you can see it's a clear uptrend. The daily is not an uptrend yet, but you can see we're bouncing on this EMA 50, making massive moves right in here for a nice quick day trade if you want to do it. That's 30% in literally 15 minutes of time, and it's been consistently doing that right in here. When you're looking at an uptrend form, you can buy it right here on the 50, make some nice money here, quick 45% in literally just an hour or two trading right there. And where do you look to stop out? If a 15-minute candle closes with a body under this EMA 50, that's where you would look to stop out. Wicks do the damage, but the body's still the story. We come under here and we closed above. We came under here with the wick and then we closed above. So, I mean, this thing's not slowing down. You can see right here, we hit this upper counter channel. We look to sell off right in here. So we go back to these EMAs and we look to make a next leg up. And that's really what it's been doing consistently after consistent times. I love the 15-minute chart. If you ever wanted to day trade something that has lots of volumes, that's what I use. I look for that EMA 50, I look for that touch, and I look to see, do we resume the uptrend? If the body of the candle goes below it and stays under it, then it's forming a downtrend on a smaller time frame. But on the bigger time frame, we still are on a downtrend. Look at the 50, it is at the top. So you can't expect, if the CMA 50 is at the top, it is in a downtrend. Can we make an uptrend? Absolutely. You can see right in here, this EMA 5 is curling up. This EMA 5 was the bottom, acting as resistance, and now it's curling up, trying to be the topmost band. So it's going to take some time. This thing was in a nasty downtrend, so it takes a lot of time. I also like we're seeing these big, long lower wicks right in here. When the sellers try to short it, the buyers come in immediately. So everything I see is looking pretty, good. Obviously, I wouldn't buy it up in here. My buy zone for a downtrend stock is at this lower band. I tell everyone, if you're patient enough to wait for this system, a lot of people just aren't patient and they get in too early and they lose lots of money and it sucks. And I've done that too. It's part of human nature, in that happens. You just got to learn from it. I have really no FOMO into things. When I see this, I see the 50 at the top. I have no FOMO to swing trade this. And when I see it down here, I wait for time distance. We actually didn't have enough time distance down here. Your best entry was right here on this when you had started to have 5 days away from the EMA 5. You see right in here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything that don't touch this EMA 5 in 7 daily candles is long. So just from here to here, you make a solid 26%. To the 10, you make an 80%. Now, did anyone know it could go to the 20 and beyond that? Absolutely not. This is when you, one, can trail and stop your losses or your gains. You know, if you're fine with 10, 20%, then that's fine. Be fine with that. Don't beat yourself up and be like, man, I sold too early. No one knew this thing could go up this much. I don't like when people say, I should have did this. You have a plan. Before I even enter NGOL, I have a plan in place. All right, and if I meet those criteria, I have a stop loss, a take profit, and what I usually do if a stock is at the 10-cent region, I usually take 20%, and then I scale out every 10 to 20%. So that way, if it does go down, I'm not mad about it, and I'm not emotionally attached to the stock. So right up in here, we made a solid 30%. If it wants to keep going up, then you just trail and stop it, and you hold smaller shares. You don't want to be that person that just buys it here and just holds forever, and then they come out with one bad news and it tanks and it just keeps going down. We've seen this happen many times with small caps. They're always risky. The future is uncertain. You never know what's going to happen, okay? So NGOL, my price prediction at the very latest, there is going to be resistance at this EMA 50. I do want to see this EMA 5 curl above, see if we get that. But as far as a bottom trend reversal, we already met the criteria. If you guys were in, know my system, you will be aware of this happening. This will make you massive money if you follow this. A lot of retail traders buy on the first couple dips, but and then they get exhausted out, they get stopped out, they have such a bad average, then they just try to break even. Where if you want to make the most money, you gotta buy it when it's uncomfortable, when it's way down here. When everyone's depressed, this was the time. Follow this lower Keltner channel, follow the EMA 5 time distance. This actually was not a buy, even though it's at this lower Keltner. I would have waited the 5 daily candles, and as you can see, you start to see consolidation, and then you come up from there. Lots of volume and everything. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to join the premium Discord, see my alerts, see the education, see the chart work in action, understand how you do all this stuff, click the link down below in the YouTube comments below and the description. It'll say join the premium Discord for my alerts and system. And when you click that link, it'll take you to this free chat landing page. If you want to become a member, all you have to do is hit day trade alerts, and you'll get access to everything swing trades and day trades, all for a low time cost of $12 a month. And you'll be grandfathered in. It will never go higher. And this is going to be a promotion that everyone can take advantage of, and a system that works. There's no guessing. There's no FOMO. You know not to buy NGOL up in this area. You know to buy it way down in here at this lower Kellner channel. And now, if this is uptrending, I'll show you an uptrend stock, KULR. We made massive money on this. If it's an uptrend, you could see how the EMAs start to act as support. That's not what we have for MGOL. You can see, well, we hit the 10, we bounce at the, obviously this weekly. I could show you on a daily. I took this trade right up in here, and we made 50% in one day on an uptrend stock. But MGOL doesn't have that. Look at the daily, the 50's at the very top. So it's going to take some time to get this to uptrend, okay? So congrats everyone that made money. If you lost money, if you sold early, don't beat yourself up to it. Try to perfect a system that works. You're more than welcome to use my strategy by clicking the link down below in the YouTube comments below. It'll take you to my Discord. All you have to do is hit day trade alerts. You'll get access to everything. And if you have an Android, you will have to subscribe on your computer, because Androids are having issues with subscribing on the app. But no big worries. You can subscribe on the computer, have everything just as fine for $12 a month. You'll get access to everything, okay? And you'll also avoid the iOS fee, so it's best to do it on your computer. All right, guys, please read how to subscribe if you need more knowledge about it, but just hit day trade alerts and you'll get everything. Swing trades, day trades, live streams, education, how to set up your chart, anything that you need, I'll be there for you guys. Let's make some money, and I'll see you guys in the Discord. Peace out.